All right, guys, it's time for a very special holiday edition of the Covrprice Top 10. We're going back 2 years. All right, guys, we're going into the Covrprice Top 10 from 2 years ago. First, if you could, hit the subscription button, notification bell, hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Of course, we want to hear from you. Leave the comments down below. How many of these books did you have? Was it a bust for you? Was it a profit? Was it a boom for you? Did you do well on these books? And of course, give me a follow over on Whatnot. This Covrprice video also has down in the description below a discount code to sign up. Guys, use it. Get to use the website. Enjoy it. It's awesome. And there's pictures, for God's sake. There's pictures. Great resource, great tool to see how much your collection is worth. Now, this list comes to us from our friends at Covrprice, focusing on their top 10 from 2 years ago. I'm going to take you through how each title's sales compare from 2 years ago's market value to today's current value. How did these comics do? What had a boost in price? What was a bust? And what better way to start than with number 10? This is Star Wars: The Rise of Kylo Ren number 1. This is the Carnero variant. 2 years ago, Rise of Skywalker was just released and paired well with this variant, making it a hot right out of the gate with a high raw sale of $55. 2 years later, this variant has fared well with a fair market value, raw value of $90, though high grade copies have hit as high as $150. Recently, in a 9.8 graded copies, sell for around $400. My goodness, Star Wars tends to be a great investment these days. Big boost. I mean, this one book goes against everything we always talk about. It was a variant. It was like a hot out of the gate kind of variant. But the value stuck, and not only did it stick, it gone up. Very uncommon, but good for you guys if you picked this book up, especially at Covrprice when it was released. Let's go down to number 9. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 1, the Walmart exclusive. Timing is everything for some books, and this was definitely one of them. 2 years ago, the CW had a big WB crossover event based on this popular DC game-changing series. It was also at this time when Walmart exclusives were hot finds. The timing of these two things piqued fans' interest in the comic series and helped move many copies and hit a high raw sale of $20. 2 years later, your mind should have pushed all of this information well out of your brain. Heck, its current fair market value is $6 shipped. This conversation will also be stricken from your memory banks. This is a big bust. The writing was on the wall. Now, if you ran out and you bought these books off the rack at Walmart and you turned around, that's fine. But if you were paying $20 each, bit of a bust. Flavor of the week, if you will. Right? Maybe kind of something a little different with this one. Let's go down to number 8. This is Secret Invasion, number 1, the Gabriel Delgado variant. At this time in 2019, Secret Invasion MCU rumors were just starting to heat up. With no confirmation at the time, collectors chased the smoke, and helped this book hit a high raw sale of $16 and $30 in a 9.8. Collectors sniped the cheap listed copies. They went real quick. 2 years later, we received the confirmation that Marvel is indeed developing a Secret Invasion Disney Plus series. What's interesting is that the market has been very conservative on buying into this series. This is most likely due to the high print run of 250,000 copies. This book is everywhere. With that said, raws went up to a fair market value of $25. $190 and a 9.8. It's hard to say if this is a good investment. Civil War is a great comparison, as those books went way up before Captain America Civil War and came crashing down hard shortly after. However, as of now, this is a boost. Guys, big boost on this, slight boost in the raw. My personal opinion on this, if you can get it for the right price, grab it if you're looking to move it. It's almost like people don't remember things until it's thrown in their face. Like, we've been talking Spider-Man for so long. Spider-Man. As of the time of this recording, Spider-Man's been out a week, and there's already a ton of Doctor Strange news now coming out. So everything seems to be the next step. What's right in front of us. So until we get release dates on Secret Invasion, characters from Secret Invasion, some storyline, because they might not be going from the book, I think there's room for this book. I think there's room. Now, exactly like Civil War, I also think it's going to plummet right after, but you may be surprised. I feel like there might be room here. A little bit. I'm not talking hundreds upon hundreds of dollars, but there might be room. Buy carefully, sit on the book. But again, when the news really starts coming on Secret Invasion, that's when this thing, you're going to start seeing it take jumps up. Yeah, the print run was high, so it may not be like Civil War kind of numbers, and it's Disney Plus compared to the big screen. So it's different. It is a little bit different. All right, guys, let's get down to number 7. This is Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 13, the Raza 2020 variant. If you recall December 2019, right before the world fell apart, this was one of the hottest books of the month and was selling steadily at $15 raw. 2 years later, you would think this would be dead, but no. Spider-Man is seriously one of the best investments in comics. As we saw from No Way Home, Spider-Man is truly the heart of Marvel and maybe comics in general. This extends to all Spider-related characters, including Miles, maybe especially Miles. This book is now a key due to it featuring the first appearance of Miles' sister Billy. There's speculation that she's the character Spider-Zero that appeared a few months before this book in Spider-Verse number 1 from 2019. Either way, this became a book to have and now sells for $60 raw, $309.8. This is a boost, and in my opinion, may even have a slight room. Now remember, if you're paying $15, $20, even $30 for this book, there's still room. You never know. Even if she appears as Spider-Zero, we'll see. I don't know. I'm always a little hesitant to buy into new modern characters, but then again, it is a Spider character, so they tend to stick around for a little bit. Let's go down now to number 6. This is Philadelphia, number 1 LCSD 2019 variant. 2 years ago, creator of this comic, Rodney Barnes, let it slip that his title has been optioned for TV, but wasn't officially announced. This content mention helped push this book to a raw price of $13. 2 years later, we know that the official announcement came back in April of 2020 that it was being developed. However, COVID pretty much changed everything and forced many projects to sit on the shelf. It's unknown where this stands now, though prices have gone up a bit to $22 raw, $70.98, a little boost, but probably room for this to grow. This is maybe a post-hype sleeper. Huh? What? I love it. Where we saw the book come out, we saw it pop due to the announcement, and now people are kind of forgetting about it, right? So we had the hype, now we're post-hype, and it's a sleeper book because the value is still coming down. Has it been shelved permanently? I don't know. If you look anything up on the internet, you could always find what you're looking for, whether you think it is shelved permanently or delayed or canceled. I don't know. Rumors are rumors, but there may be room on this book because I doubt highly you're going to pay top prices where it was. It's on the slope down. So keep an eye out for Philadelphia number 1, especially these variants. Let's go down now. How about number 5? This is Doomsday Clock number 12. Dr. Manhattan versus Superman. That was enough to sell. That was enough of a sell to get comic fans to pick this up in 2019 and help drive sales up to $14. 2 years later, this fun read did resonate, though the market moved on as raw copies have a fair market value of $6. Flavor of the week all day, guys. This isn't even really a big key issue. It's just a good read, a fun story. That was that, and now I doubt this would ever come up in value, except maybe if Warner Brothers says, let's bring Watchmen together with the DC universe officially on the big screen. Is it going to happen? Who knows? Who cares? Let's go to number 4. This is Ultimate Fallout number 4. Yeah, Miles is back. It's important to remember that this was Covrprice's number 2 best-selling book of 2019 and number 1 by 2020. Though it's still shocking to look back at this time 2 years ago, we see raw copies selling for $90, 9/8 at a mere $380 in just 2 years. This became one of the biggest modern grails, along with another title on this list, and sells for a fair market value of $615 raw and $2,800 in 9/8. An incredible boost. This was going back 2 years, guys. Miles exploded after this. Exploded. Look what these books were going for 2 years ago, and look what they're at now. Now, this is a key, a modern key, a spider character. Major book here. Also, it's not super easy to get these in 9.8. I mean, they're not incredibly easy. I know I have submitted quite a few, and I think I've only gotten 9.6s at my best. So we know Miles. We've done Miles ad nauseum. So not much more to say about this book. Let's go down. How about to number 3? This is Astonishing X-Men number 6. 2 years ago, set photos from WandaVision leaked out showing the sword symbol. This was enough to confirm the organization's first appearance in the MCU in this issue and hit high raw sales of $18 and $80 in a 9.8. 2 years later, yep, these leaks were correct. Sword played a big part throughout WandaVision, specifically around its agent, Monica Rambeau. While the series didn't go too deep into the agency, it will definitely play a heavy role in Marvel's Phase 4. Today, raw sell for about $30, and 9.8s took a big jump, $280. Guys, if you think Sword is done in the MCU just from one little Disney Plus series, you're crazy. We had S.H.I.E.L.D. literally from Iron Man through today, right? I mean, just in Hawkeye, we're still talking about S.H.I.E.L.D. So Sword is going to be around. We just got a little taste test of them. I'm really excited to see where all these stories go on the big screen and even on the small screen with Disney Plus. Nice book. Obviously, the value's there. Not only did it boost due to the rumors, it's maintained value. Nice book. You might be able to get lucky, find these in dollar bins somewhere. So good luck. Keep hunting on those. Let's go down to number 2. This is Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 13. Yeah, more Miles. This is a standard cover of the first appearance of Billy Morales as a baby. Was also selling really well with a high raw sale of $16. In the lore of Miles, this feels somewhat important. There's potential in this book, hence the slight bump up to $29 raw, $100 in a 9.8. Maybe one of those sleeper books on this list. Maybe the best book, maybe other than Philadelphia. Maybe, but I don't think Philadelphia is going to hit crazy numbers. I just think there's room for it. This may be one of the better books on this list with room here, guys. Talk about finding a book maybe in back bins. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 13. Keep an eye out. It's back from 2019. You never know. You never know. With that, let's go to our last book on the list, but I wanted to remind everybody, check out covrprice.com. In the description below, there is a link, gives you a discount for like 2 months, I think, discount. Check it out. Use the platform. Let me know how you think. And of course, in the description, leave a comment down below. Let me know about this list. How did you do? What books did you have? Did you win? Boost, bust? Let me know. And with that, number 1 on our list, another modern grail. This is Star Wars, The Clone Wars, number 1. And here we go, the number 1 book. Before, this was a modern day grail 2 years ago. The Jedi Ahsoka Tano was just rumored to appear in the future Star Wars Disney Plus series. Her first appearance in this issue immediately helped raw sales hit a high of $100, with the variant at a mere $250 and 9.8s at $355. Back then, Covrprice urged collectors to jump on this book ASAP, and hopefully some listened. Today, raws sell for a fair market value of $1,000, with a recent near mint plus copy hitting as high as $2,100. 9.8s have a fair market value of $2,500, but that recent raw height might just change that. What's crazy is that this still has room to grow as Ahsoka gives the Mandalorian some competition. Ahsoka is coming, guys. Talk about a major boost. What helps this book, in my opinion? I think it's a great cover. I love this book, and I have not found it in the wild in quite some time, since before 2019, since before it was even starting to hit these numbers. Now, let's see. Here we go. Out of the top 10 books from this time last year, just a few minor busts and some solid and steady climbers, and 2 massive heavy hitters. 2 years ago, buying into this market heat would have cost you $357 raw, $845 for 9.8s for the books who had the 9.8s. Now, not all of them were available. Today, those raw books would be worth $1,883 to $2,883, a little bit of a range. Now, the slabs in 9.8, $5,770. This would have been a very successful return in your 2019 investment. Remember, pay attention to the current top 10 lists and look out for those big books, big book potential, and make sure to check out coverprice.com, see what's on their top 10 list and various trending movers and shakers. Come back for the next show. Let's see how these books did 1 year later. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, Merry Christmas and keep it comics.